G'day guys, Chris here from the Archer's Aim. Look, today I finally managed to get the new cam set in for my Martin Sceptre V. I've done really quick reviews the last week or so on the Martin Lithium and the PSE Bow Madness 34. Now, I liked both those bows and I thought, you know what, this is a bow that I've actually bought and I get to shoot. Now I get to shoot a lot, so I want to do a quick review on it and give you sort of the ins and outs of my first impressions. Alright, so running you through just quickly what I've got set up on my bow. So this is a 2014 Martin Sceptre V. It is set at 59.28 pounds, so pretty precise, but we only just measured it. On the sight we've got a Midas micro adjustable sight. We have a Nap quick tune prong rest. Pretty handy bit of kit this. It's actually come up really well, tuned in quite quickly. On the bow itself, so other than the Nap quick tune rest and the Midas sight, we also have an octane stabilizer. So look, the octanes I've found to be fantastic. This bow is 40 inches axial to axle and sits really nicely in your hand. For longer distance shooting, I will be investing in a bit of a longer and heavier stabilizer, but for an 18 metre indoor, this just seems to work absolutely perfectly at the moment. Now, the bow itself, pretty cool. 40 inches axial to axle, 7-inch brace height, so it's reasonably forgiving. It's somewhere in between sort of the average Hoyt, around 6.5, and you're looking at PSE around the 8-inch mark with my Bow Madness series and things like that. Now, it's got the Nitro 3 cams, which means they're different cams on either end. So the top cam, slightly a little bit more aggressive compared to the bottom cam, so it just hasn't got that tail end kick to it there. Draw length's reasonably adjustable. I think it's got about 5 inches of draw length adjustability, but it also has two different modules. So there's a short draw module and a long draw module for this, which is really good value for money. So you can just pick up an extra module, whack it on, and you get an extra 5 inches of draw length range if you need it. Now, so we've got binary cams, first of all, so that's pretty sweet, pretty good deal for the price I pay for this bow. Binary cams, you also get limb stops, so limb stops are pretty cool. This thing rolls around and hits on the limb, as opposed to your string stops on your normal bow where they roll around and hit on your cables to stop your bow. So the limb stop, it just means this thing has got a rock solid wall, which is really, really nice. Now, first impressions, I'll show you shooting soon. Now, 18 metres, the groupings are fantastic. Hopefully, I'll move over. In my editing program, there should be a photo just next to me of the group that I put in earlier. And this was one of the first groups before it was even sighted in or anything. We just chucked everything on, lined it roughly up and put it in. My God, it's fantastic. So it groups good. Group's really good. The biggest problem I found with this is it's noisy. I would have liked the bow to be a bit more quiet, but I can't really argue. It is just a target bow. A little bit of tuning, probably going to have to do a bit more cam timing just to get it spot on perfect, and that should hopefully eliminate some of that noise and vibration. There is a little bit of hand torque. You can feel vibration in the hand upon the shot. First thing I like about this is the price. It's just, you can't beat $850 for a really, like the tech you get in this target bow. $850 is amazing. Like, you know, binary cams, 330 feet a second, and it is a very forgiving bow. I found a very, very forgiving bow. So that's the first thing that we do like about it. Now, if I turn around and show you a shot sequence, and we'll just see how this goes. So, go get me trusty arrow. Trusty arrow. I'm using Eastern Game Getter 400s with 100 grain points. They are, the bow's set at 59.28 pound. Now that's, you know, sort of where I like to see it. I don't like to shoot much heavier bows than this. We're just going to show you a shot. Now I reckon this bow's a little bit loud, so you can, I'll shoot one shot from behind and you can watch what happens. Now, it's loud for a target bow and it's loud for a hunting bow. There's a little bit of tuning I've got to do. The cam timing isn't 100% spot on. I'm probably 95% of the way there. That'll help eliminate some of that noise, definitely. So that's one thing I'm going to work on, and then obviously we'll run through paper tuning and a few other things like that, and hopefully that will bring some of the noise down a little bit. So loud shot. Now I'll show you from another angle, and then we'll run through just a couple of other things about the bow. So we're just going to run you really quickly through what the shot process of this bow feels like. There's a couple of things I like about it and a couple of things I don't like about it. The first thing is it's got a pretty even draw all the way up until the point it hits the valley, and I like this. It feels very easy to get back. But once it hits that wall before it rolls into the valley, it can be quite stiff and quite hard. So at the end of a long session, you know, you're talking maybe 120 arrows in, you've done a proper feed around, towards the end of that, you're going to start struggling to get it to click over. And this is only shooting at 59 pounds. At the same time, once you get into that valley, it feels like you're holding thin air. I have never experienced a bow other than the Martin Lithium LTD that has done that same sort of thing. Now, they're the two things that I like and dislike about the draw cycle. One of the other really good things is it sits in your hand quite nicely. It actually just sits nice and level, and it doesn't seem to want to rock from side to side, which is probably due to the 40-inch axle to axle. So what we're going to do now is show you a shot, or a few shots. Now these shots, one of the things that you're going to see is that they are quite loud, these bows. Even by target bow standards, I think these are quite loud. Bit of tuning and that should come out, but one thing to bear in mind. Other than that, just watch the shots, see what you think. One of the other things that I quite like about this bow is that, like, even though it's heavy, it's not excessive. It doesn't feel too excessive at this rate anyway. I'm sure once I put a heavier stabilizer on it, I might think differently. But at the moment, it's quite good. It's actually, this is an arrow I haven't used yet. Twist him around. That might help. One of the things I really like about this bow is once you get it back to full draw, I find that the peep and the string is right at your anchor point. I find with the shorter bows, the Bow Madness XS that I've got, that I struggle to find my anchor point properly. It takes me just a couple of little adjustments to get there, but this comes straight back to it, and that's really nice. Martin Sceptre V 2014 bow. I have to say it's a really good mix. It's definitely not the world's best target bow. You can feel that, and I've shot hunting bows that are probably just as forgiving and whatnot. But having said that, for $850, I don't think you could beat it in its price category. For the technology to get, for just how forgiving it feels. I've spent a lot more money on hunting bows to get the same sort of feel. They shoot fast. It's putting arrows down range pretty damn quick. I'm going to have to get a chrono just to see just how quick. The draw cycle's relatively straightforward and smooth. There is just that little bit of a click over into the valley, which I reckon could be improved, but you never know. I'm going to tune it up a little bit and see what happens. Yeah, it's a little bit loud. It's a little bit loud, but again, it's a target bow, that doesn't matter, and tuning is going to play a big part in it. Once I make sure the cams are timed properly and that I've yoke tuned it and things like that. Well, not yoke tuned, that's a binary cam, silly Chris. But just making sure everything's right, that's probably going to reduce the noise down a little bit. And it's not excessively noisy, and I'm just used to shooting hunting bows that are incredibly quiet. So, in all, Martin Sceptre V target bow. I would suggest that if you've got the money to go and buy it, to go and buy it. I wouldn't waste my time with anything else in that category. This is probably the best value for money target bow I've ever shot, or ever had the pleasure of shooting. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like this review, let us know what you think. Have you had a different experience? All that jazz, just let us know, put it down in the description below, and hopefully you'll see me and this bow on the shooting circuit soon. We've got the Nationals coming up in July, so that's what we're training for, and hopefully we can do well. We're currently averaging about 1120 from 1200, so that's by the looks of it, it's good enough for top 50. We hope to improve on that a little bit. We'd like to get to top 30. That'd be really good. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Again, if you subscribe to our channel, beautiful. If you like this review and like any of our other videos, have a quick click down the bottom and subscribe to our channel. Thanks guys, see you later.